Scott Burnside, ESPN.com and Consol Energy Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're a long way from Phoenix, where the NHL lowered the boom on Saturday on serial headhunter Raffi Torres. 25 games after his massive attack on Marian Hossa earlier in this playoff year. You won't find many tears shed across the NHL landscape for poor Mr. Torres. It's not the first time he's done this kind of thing. It's really been his stock and trade over the last few years, and really that was the basis for what was an enormous suspension handed down by Brendan Shanahan, the head of discipline for the NHL. Now, a lot of people will look at this as some sort of reaction, maybe an overreaction to a lot of the criticism the league has faced during this playoff year. For instance, the failure to suspend Shea Weber after he crunched Henrik Zetterberg's head into the boards early in the Nashville-Detroit series. Weber getting just a fine for that. A lot of complaints about some of the other suspensions handed down that perhaps they weren't stern enough. The Torres thing has to be taken in isolation, though. This wasn't just for the Marian Hossa hit. This was the league saying, we are going to send a message to a player who has not learned his lesson about what is going to be acceptable in the NHL. And we talked to players in the Pittsburgh Penguins dressing room today, including Matt Cook, a player who's gone through a rather dramatic metamorphosis as a player, gone from among the most hated players in the league, off suspended. He was suspended last year for a total of 17 games, 10 in the regular season, and the entire first round of the playoffs a year ago. He's become a model citizen, a fine player, really hasn't been in any kind of trouble since then. One assumes that maybe Raffi Torres can take a page from Matt Cook's book and become a productive member of the NHL society again. Of course, he'll have to wait 25 games to find out whether he can do that. And I guess the light will continue to shine on Brendan Shanahan, because for sure we'll see more incidents this spring that will bring Mr. Shanahan into the spotlight. Just don't be expecting any more 25-game bans this spring. For ESPN.com, I'm Scott Burnside at the Consol Energy Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.